morning. All right, let's do the all signs reading. Get caught up on everybody's energies. See what's going on with your bad selves. So yes. See what we can expect over the weekend. Or I guess the weekend's pretty much over. My weekend's showing up, okay. We can see what happened over the weekend. You expect over the next week or so. Or whenever you get this, I feel like these are pretty timeless. So, when you get the message, that's when you're meant for it. Alright. Let's see it. What's going on with the collective? Alright, Lalita Tripura Sundari. I know I'm saying that wrong. I feel like I am. A chapter in your life is closing and will not be reopened. This will be a reason for celebration. Whatever you need to release right now shall create the space for what is divinely destined for you to manifest through her grace. You shall enjoy a change of pace and a release from intensity. Open your heart to the beginning of a golden era. Durga Kalika says, in unusually challenging situations, the ways we have supported ourselves during more ordinary times are insufficient. We need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, and proceeding in new ways. Here's the portent of unexpected success. Even if everything appears to be going against you, the tide shall turn through divine grace. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right. Bagalamuki. It says, she arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which can create true happiness. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide of good fortune is predicted, right? So if you've been going through like a rough patch or like feeling like things are stagnant, like things will be turning around for you. Let's see, let's continue. Guya Kali. It says, it is time to realize the true nature of certain life circumstances. Be grateful for what you have learned, but see things for what they are rather than what you wish them to be. You shall be able to recognize, process, and prosper from the truth, and do not need to fear the revelations that are unfolding. Bhadrakali. There's not always a need to try to grapple and conquer. Sometimes the need is simply to let go. Just because another has created a certain reality for themselves and is attempting to draw you in, does not mean that you must participate. You have the divinely granted gift of choosing where to invest your energy. Be kind to yourself, right? I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with like feeling obligated to fulfill like social duties or whatever, like hang out with certain friends or give a certain amount of yourself to people, have boundaries, be within reason with yourself, don't allow the world to run you ragged, because they will. They'll try everything. They don't mean to. Nitya Kali says, through journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize that you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon for you. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. Okay, so see you in the energy of letting something go, releasing something. Honestly, and it does look like this could be challenging. Like, there's a lot of reassurance here that like the direction it's heading is a positive one. The universe oftentimes, and I say this pretty often, but the universe oftentimes wants us to leap without a net. That's that leap of faith, the fool's journey. I wouldn't be surprised if the Fool card came out today. I just feel like, you're really being called to, like, to really look at your whole situation, you know, have more than just awareness of yourself, have awareness of, you know, everything that's unfolding around you. There's, you know, sometimes it feels like everything's kind of falling apart, but it's like everything's just like falling into place, you know, like certain things needed to be let go of, certain things had to come to an end, because like if there was no room for, you know, what is divinely planned for you, like then, you know, how could you ever get your blessing if you're just wasting your time on things that lead nowhere, you know? So let's see. Got ourselves a chosen one. It says Earth. Learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Welcome to the club! I fucking feel that. This place is not like home, right? I hope you brought Toto with you. Oftentimes, too, we cling to what's familiar energies, because this is such an alien place and time, and like it's not like home, you know. So like I feel like in your soul you have like an awareness about that, like you kind of get it. Everything kind of feels backwards. It seems like everyone's kind of like, you know, like they all speak like they want one thing, but all their actions and intentions go like in another direction, you know. And so like you know, that can be rough, you know, when you want to just live a straightforward life and you're not the type to like beat around the bush and, you know, and all that. So yeah, good luck figuring out how to be human. I'm still trying. I think I blend in kind of. Nah, none of us do. People can feel it in your energy when you walk in the room, and you'll notice it. Like, you'll notice that feeling that other people are overcome by when you enter the room, because you're not like them. And they're like, what the fuck is that? What is that alien energy, right? There's something different, and people will notice that. They'll, you know, and then they'll feel well, there's two ways that can go. Some people feel super drawn to you, like your energy is magnetic, and then other people who feel intimidated by your energy or feel like, oh, what the fuck is that alien energy, you know? Then others might respond differently in a more negative way, you know? And then it's kind of unfortunate, but that's how you know how connected people are to their spirit or their animal self, you know, to like how they respond to you. People who are magnetized to you connect more to spirit. People who repel you because of what energy you bring to the table, they're the ones that are more in touch with their animal nature, still in that fight or flight, survival instinct, can't adapt to anything new, cognitive dissonance. Be careful of those people. They are dangerous because they're stupid. That's the unfortunate truth, right? And it's willful ignorance at this point. There's too much information out there for people to just sit in that energy, and you know, like you have to actually choose that energy. That's not like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna carry on. You're gonna deal with some shitty people. Oftentimes when you're in the world but not of it, that's like the loneliest feeling in the world. It's like the planet itself is your closest friend, and like the humans, who the fuck are they, right? Who the fuck are they? What are they? It's like, it's funny how nature kind of works out. And also, the more you know about animal nature, the more you can understand the social habits of humans, you know, so don't just confine yourself to studying the humans. Study all the shit. All the things. Aha! So we have the Foolish Man in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse, right? So I knew the Fool card would come out. I'm actually surprised that it's coming out in the reverse, but I think that's what it's showing up, because this is like recent past energy. This is something that you've already like kind of, you know, been working through. Is it like a fear to jump into the unknown, or a fear to take like a leap of faith? With the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like denying yourself of, it's like not wanting to face your truth or whatever, you know? With the Last Judgment in your current energy, it's like right now, actually, right as I'm speaking to you, in your present moment, it's like you're having kind of a change of mind, a change of heart. You're making like a final decision on something, or like, you know, kind of like reevaluating something. This brings you to the Nine of Pentacles, right? And that's where you get all of your wish fulfillment. That's where you get material gain, like, and, you know, good things just start happening for you. And it's because you like change your tune. You realize, like, if you want different results, you got to do different things. And so, you know, I see you're in that energy of doing something different. So with this Last Judgment, what is this judgment call about? The Nine of Swords to the Two of Swords in reverse tells me that the reason that this is heavy on your energy right now is because this is something that left you feeling depleted, defeated. You felt like you went through a full-ass tower moment, right? The tower is in reverse, saying that you're rebuilding from that. And it's like you're emotionally just restructuring yourself, you know, and getting all your shit in alignment, you know. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, this ties back into the Fool in reverse, you know, this energy of not taking up an opportunity. With the Three of Wands, it tells me that there could have been a complication. It could have been like a love triangle or like something of that sort. Three of Wands is like a third party situation. So, you know, maybe you were withholding because of that, or because there was like, you know, you didn't want to intervene, you know. With the Two of Wands, I do see you kind of like at a crossroads making a decision. I see change coming. Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're trying to learn how to love yourself, or you're really like kind of tapping into the energy of self-love, but I feel like this is something that you're still working at. It's not like the most natural thing to love ourselves like we are our own partner, you know? And it's the most important thing to do. That's why it's hard. Five of Cups in reverse tells me that your biggest fear is like wasting your love, or wasting your feelings, wasting your emotions, or like something like leading down like a dead end path. But with the Five of Cups in reverse, it says that won't happen. Like, right? Like your fears are not like, don't fixate on your fears, because that's not what's going to happen for you, right? Like, sometimes we just sit there and fear and fear and fear and doubt and doubt and doubt, and, you know, and then it breeds insecurity, and it, you know, the more fear and doubt in your mind and in your heart, like, the further you are from your path, I feel. So, you know, I feel like you should be in the energy of releasing that, you know. That creates resistance in your journey. And you really don't need resistance at this time. You just need to plug on Um, Nine of Wands tells me that you tap into your inner strength. You find like the courage deep down inside to face your truth, right? Nine of Wands is all about honest communication, or Wands is all about honest communication. Nine is all about strength and overcoming, enduring, right? And so I feel like it required you tapping into your inner strength a lot to get to that point where you were like, able to confront your truth, able to really assess it, really, figure it out, with the Six of Cups, it's like the energy that brings you to this realization or this actualization within yourself. It's something that makes you feel in touch with your inner child. It's something that reminds you how to not be such a grown up. It's almost like a Peter Pan energy. It's like you were in this energy of taking things so fucking seriously. And, like constantly like disregarding your own enjoyment in life and just trying to be so disciplined and focused on whatever. And this just created like discontentment. Because and then you're like, why am I discontent? I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing, except you're not. The thing that you're supposed to do is go outside and play, right? You're not supposed to be in your fucking head all the time, right? I mean, be in your head a little bit, I believe meditation and like self-awareness, self-actualization is important. There comes a time though when we need to put our philosophy into practice and we need to be like, are we going to live it now? We could spend our whole lives learning it, but are we going to live it? Because all this learning is going to be for nothing if you're not putting it into practice, so I feel like you're like, there's like this energy that comes into your world that kind of turns it upside down, kind of reminds you to take it easy. Take it easy. Get that corn out of my face. And this energy like really it makes you feel youthful. It makes you feel alive. Like, like you want to just kind of experience things, like you want to enjoy this cosmic simulation, It's like, it's like when you realize you're lucid dreaming, and then you're like, all right, now that I'm lucid dreaming and I can do whatever I want, what am I going to do, right? Because with the Justice in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it tells me that in your past, like, you felt like your situation was just super unfair, right? You felt like there was just no winning in it. And the reason that you felt that is because you weren't, like, efforting anything, it requires action to do that. You can't succeed at something if you're just sitting there, you have to show up, you have to do the consistency, you have to do the things, and so, let's see, the Hierophant, I feel like in the last year, 2 years, you've been, especially with all these twos, I'd say about 2 years, you've been going through a stage of development, right? Really learning, really growing, developing. I see you as very spiritually tapped in. I feel like the divine speaks to you often. With the Fortitude, it shows me that you're a very hard worker, or you invest your energy in work. You invest your energy in like being a diligent person too. Like, you show up, you just do the things, Like, I feel like you're showing up for a different kind of job these days. The Death in reverse, you're being resurrected in this lifetime, or like your situation is like, it's kind of like you're getting an opportunity to retry. What are we retrying? and try again. Alright, let's see. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh shit. So you're trying something that you didn't try before. So what I'm seeing here, with the Two of Cups, is I do see you like coming into union or like a mutual decision is made. Partnerships. And Two of Cups is all about partnerships and sharing, like filling each other's cups. You know, Princess of Wands. This is like as it's kind of like stepping into your purpose, stepping into your position in life. And through that, there's like the sense of maturing, right? And like having a new sense of like motivation and dedication. And I just realized, I don't know how I haven't realized this before, but she's like carrying this flower, right? Flowers all kind of represent like that growth, you know, that blooming of self. Um, and I feel that energy, like you're kind of blooming. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like this kind of, ties back into your fear a little bit. Like kind of in your conscious mind, I just see like the wheels turning over and over and over, and you're like, what if this doesn't work out? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this? What if that? Da da da, blah blah blah. Stop. Right? Knight of Swords in reverse tells me you need to put the swords down, and those swords, are for yourself as well. Also, like, Knight of Swords is very, like, cold and cutting and fast moving, right? Sometimes Knight of Swords is just like abrasive energy coming towards you, right? And it's like this, the energy of this is not abrasive, right? I do want to know why the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, I see, says the blind man. So, the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse because there's something here that didn't work out the way that you thought it would. Okay? With the King of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles showing up, what I see is somebody putting their sword down and picking up an offer, right? And it looks like initially the intention was to be more cold and cutting and calloused, right? And that's why I feel like the Knight of Swords is in reverse and the King of Swords is in reverse, because it's kind of this energy of surrender, right? Surrendering to your outcomes. And really like picking up on your own intuition and following your path there. You were unlucky in your past situations because you were so guarded towards it, because you were so like there were just swords up in every direction, and it was like this inability to allow anybody into your orbit, whoever you're moving towards, I feel like they kind of get caught off guard. Um, like they didn't expect any action from you or anything. Um, the Ten of Swords in reverse, I feel like somebody felt like that situation was like beating a dead horse. Like, you know, they just kind of were like, well, whatever, it is what it is, you know? And then Ten of Cups in reverse, like, they kind of let this go. They were like, there's no fucking way. Like, it's just not happening. With the Empress in reverse, it's almost like they redacted their role in your life, right? They just kind of surrendered. You know, it goes back to that surrender energy. It's like you and this person are in that energy of surrender because they surrendered in a different way. Where you surrendered towards your feelings, they surrendered towards ignoring theirs, right? Or disregarding theirs. They had to let go of theirs so that you could pick yours up, you know? So, it's a little unfair. It's a little unfair. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's like this person finally, like, now they're, like, guarded and in the energy of letting go and healing. And kind of like at disbelief at the whole prospect of the thing, right? And I know this is another person because it's very opposite energy. It's almost like polar opposite, right? And when I think of polarities, I'm thinking of like divine counterparts, right? The runner chaser, because that's literally what I'm seeing here. It's like you were the runner and the chaser gave up. Gave up the chase, was like, fine, I'm tired of it, I'm done, won't do it again. And then that's when you're like, oh, well, now it's time to step up, right? It's like this person is like literally in the energy of refusing to chase you. Again. It's like they're literally in this energy of like, but does that mean that they don't want you, right? That's probably a good question to ask. If they're not chasing, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want you, just that they don't want to be hurt, you know? How do they feel about you? We about to find out. Queen of Wands, right? So this is their truth. How they see you. They see you as somebody who's very wise. You know, there's a lot of wands, a lot of fire energy. That's a potential. But they see you as very wise, very driven, very motivated, very like you have no trouble like following through with things. Like you live your truth through and through. They see you like that, like as somebody who lives their truth. With the Three of Swords showing up, this is the energy of like, I think you broke their heart. You know, in the whole runner chaser thing that was going on. With the Four of Cups, this didn't defeat them completely because it was like, you know, through their healing process, they just chose, like, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm just going to focus on, you know, collecting experiences that just make me feel good because I'm not going to feel like shit forever, right? Seven of Cups says, you know, like, it's not like they lack suitors, right? Like, people people kind of show up. On the flip side, they might see you as somebody who doesn't lack suitors, you know? They might see you as somebody who has options or who treated them as an option. Right? It's like, you might be like somebody that they feel like is looking to fill other cups. If that makes sense. Like, their perception of you is just like you don't take things seriously, or you don't want to take things seriously. You're just kind of like, eh. But the Five of Wands in reverse tells me they're not even conflicted about this. Like, they don't hold judgment. They're not mad, or they're not, like, weird about it. It's just, it is what it is. They just see you as somebody with options. You know, they got their heart broken, but they're, like, also, you know, they don't seem to be in the energy of wanting to, like, ruin your life or stifle you or, you know, do anything shitty like that. It's just literally the energy of just letting go to heal, you know? They got an ouchie. Alright, so what else does Spirit want you to know before we close out this circle? Nothing. Awesome. Let's drop some oracles on this. Dreaming days and the call of longing comes out. You might dream about this person, or you just heavily have them on your mind, like you want to touch them. That's what I'm seeing. Like, you just want to connect. But you don't want, like, the burden of, like, all that other shit. Who does, right? Like all that other shit is just shit anyway. Yeah, it's like wanting somebody, like dreaming about it, thinking about it, fantasizing about it. And it's like you can't help but make moves in that direction when you're like, when it's so heavy on your mind. I want a card from this deck, actually. It's gonna be stubborn, but I'm gonna get it. Okay, mantis beings. Enigma, elusive, and sensitive, right? You're very sensitive. Also, you hide well. Right? And I'm only saying that because the Men in Black card is coming out, right? The Men in Black card talks about watching somebody, right? Observing them. like a spy. um, or just like you're very interested in this person and you're like really deeply observing them, but you're kind of out of sight, right? With the mantis beings, you're like an enigma, like almost like Schrodinger's cat. Like you're there, we know you're there. There's evidence that you're there, but then there's like that energy of like not being seen in it, you know. This mantis being has a cup in his hand, right? Cups are all about emotions, right? So I see your emotions being a big focal point in this, really driving you. You're a damn spy. You're spying on this person, or they're spying on you. But I really get this feeling, especially with both sets of oracles kind of coming out in the same energy of like daydreaming, longing, watching them, you know, kind of hiding off in the distance a little bit. Like I see some timidity in you. But I do see that these energies really do line up. And I really do feel like that could be you. Take it as it resonates, but I feel that. I feel like you're watching them hard. Watch hard. Well, it's like you hang on to their words with that dreaming days. It's like you hang on to the interactions, all that shit. I see you. It's like you're watching them. Well, I wish you luck. Not really sure, like, what more to tell you, except that you just need to follow your intuition. I think following your intuition is oftentimes the best bet. You know, some shit, it's like it makes sense, in the weirdest way, you know? And I feel like you're learning the karmic lessons here. You're learning about like not needing to control everything, you know, and just kind of relaxing into it. Relaxing into your outcomes of it, not trying to micromanage the universe, not trying to force your will on anything, you know. Because oftentimes people do that, you know. It's like they get in this energy of desire or whatever, and then it's like they lose their senses, you know. And I see you as being very rational. I feel like you're not the kind of person who would just you know, especially with the Fool card coming out in reverse. You know, I don't feel like you're a foolish person. You're not like very impulsive. You have to think things through a lot, right? You have to literally think of every possible outcome and accept every possible outcome before you make a decision on something. That's the energy I'm really feeling from you. And so, if you felt out every outcome, if you've overanalyzed your situation enough, then I feel like you'll have enough wits about you to know what to do next, you know? We always know what to do next. And if you don't know, now you know. You know, it's like, yeah. It's just, it's really cool energy. It feels like you've got a lot of learning to do in regards to your connection. I feel like you've done a lot of learning. And now it's kind of time to put what you're learning into practice, right? So what are you learning? You're learning to be open. You're learning to be vulnerable but also strong, you know, like you're able to have boundaries, you're able to look at things from a more mature perspective, like you've given yourself time to work through your shit. Um, so, you know, when you're ready to move forward in your own life. That's your choice, you know. Um, so I'm gonna stop rambling about it, and I wish you luck. And I know that ultimately you're gonna do what you're destined to do because that's what we do. So namaste. Have a great day. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one.